Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about the office and what's been going on over the last couple weeks. We're starting to make some progress and really hoping to try to finish this thing. It's been a long journey, but if you guys have not subscribed to the channel, if you could please do that, and always if you could like the video to help us out with the YouTube algorithm. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and level up in the YouTube universe, so you could be a big part of that and we'd appreciate it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm standing in the back of the buildings. This is just behind the square, so all these buildings front the square. We have the two-story building in front of you. They have finished the steel, and so the next step will be to start metal studs. I don't know, we may get on the roof and walk around over there. But right here is what I wanted to talk about today. This is the office, and of course, construction has been taking place for a long time. We do have this this construction fence up around our property. It's interesting. So you can see right there in the corner is a pin. So our property extends back about 15 feet or so. What we're going to do is we're going to have our own, it should be 2 private parking spaces. We'll see how that goes. The parking lot back here really fills up around lunchtime. We're trying to advocate for a parking deck, which I think is really needed, but there's some logistical challenges. It's actually county property. So what the guy's been working on is masonry, and you can see here we have finished the concrete block. So all of the concrete block on the project is complete now, and the guys, it looks like that they have grouted most of the thin brick. We'll get on the roof and take a look at that. I have not seen that yet. And so we got a few little details. I think they've got to come through, and actually, I think there's thin brick right here in front of us, right there. So we'll take a look at that and see what all they have left. We did manage to get the footings poured in the back for courtyard. Now again, this is a very intricate fountain, and there's a series of drops and falls, and our gargoyle is up on the right. And so when it rains, water will come off the roof, and all of the roof water will drain through this gargoyle, very similar to Ron Champ was where kind of we got the inspiration from. Will fall from the sculpture down into a pond area and then works its way around and out this hole in the concrete block in front of you. But the entry to the building, you have to slip right between the florist and the CMU wall. You're only going to have about 3 feet. So again, we are compressing people as they enter the building in order to magnify that experience of the inside space. And the far concrete block, that will have a series of stairs that will go up onto the roof. So you actually could come in the back door. There'll be this, it's really kind of a hidden door. There'll be a concrete wall in front of you. The door will be right here on the right of the concrete block, and then you could walk straight up onto the roof. We had to put that means of egress in per the fire marshal. I'm sort of glad we did it. It's going to be a cool experience to have these exterior stairs up onto the roof. We've got a little bit of steel work. We've got our beams in place right now, and we've got one high beam that we've got to put up that's going to run from the top of the concrete block on the left, and we've got a little post up right here, and that will form a canopy just like on the roof, where we've repeated that form. But we've gotten these double channel columns up, and yeah, we're pretty close. The guys have talked about starting some of the granite. Again, we saved all the granite from across the square, and I've got that sitting at the farm right now, and we'll bring that over and see what happens. We did save some of the granite pieces that we pulled out. You can see them over here. It's really pretty neat. So we're going to reuse those. Those were down in the crawl space. It's just, I really enjoy that part of the history, to think, how the heck did the guys move that stuff? We move it with modern equipment now, and so heavy. So yeah, these are the footings. You can see how they stacked the old walls on top of stones. That's all you did. It's funny how we have all the inspections today for the reinforcing that goes in these concrete slabs, and they used to just stack up stones. Here we do have mortar. In some places you don't see mortar. So this is where the fountain, times that it doesn't rain, we have a circulating system. So this will run up through a rock and it'll just kind of bubble out. And then the water flows around this way. And then it comes to a point right here and then works its way over. You can see the return pipe right there. So really pretty neat, complicated. Ended up doing a 3D printed model let's see here, try to get in this log. Ended up doing a 3D printed model in order to help explain things, and that was really a lot of fun to do that. We may end up doing more of that. All right, so here's the inside of the space. My camera went off last night. I had 4 kids. It was Saturday night. Had 4 kids that got in here. Yeah, look at this. I got some of my nice Sapili wood. Let's see. Looks like the guy's, he's kind of been working on the beams. He came the other day and measured some things. I have not been inside in a few days. You can see the crawl space has been a challenge. We get water in here. It's supposed to really rain next week. So, yeah, we're going to hope for the best on that. I'm up front now at the Sapili Windows. It's interesting. It is super cold now, and this wood has really shrunk up. But the Sapili has done a pretty good job. You can see some of these joints right here. They've separated a little bit. That one up there has separated. When this, it's weird to me. I'm seeing, oh, it's because it's not above. They don't have a piece. I'm seeing daylight through there. So this it'll all tighten back up, and then we get it conditioned in here. Of course, we are struggling on the outside. We're having some issues with the wood wanting to kind of deteriorate a little bit with water getting on it. We've got to get our canopy up there. Here's the old steel beam. This thing looks fantastic. I just really love it. You can see the old wood ceiling, and look right here. There was a roof leak at some point, so the old beam has gotten stained. Just really like that. Of course, this wood through here is new wood that we added, and the steel beam that we added. And I sprayed all of these columns down with WD-40, and it seems to really have done a good job. They've, of course, collected up sawdust and everything. We will wipe all that down, but I like seeing all of the markings. I don't know, just being an architect, if that's something part of it. These columns up here, they stayed outside for a while and they did get wet at the bottom. I didn't wrap them, and I've been spraying them. It's a little hard to see here, but they have really pitted. So again, once we get that all stabilized, I'll probably go back and spray those a little more. Steel stair looks fantastic. Of course, we filled in these brick openings right here. The guys have finished all of the rough in for the plumbing. That looks great. This is our utility room right here. We got 2 panels. We got some shutoffs for these pipes right here. Got a little drain there. This is the deck. Looks like they moved it out of the way to access some of this stuff. Really need to probably get this deck out of here. Not going to be using it. It was an extra piece from up top. Need to probably get on to the guys about cleaning some stuff up. Yeah, look at this. This wood piece down here has fallen over. Boy. I've always liked ruins, but geez, man. Let's go take a look at that. So yeah, some of the challenges. I did the crawl space. You can see the rough end here. They've got a little vent right there. Got to complete that. They got some pieces over here. This, of course, is a very tight space. I guess what happened is this wall, yeah, it just gave way. Look at that. I don't know if they took it down. They needed to. I bet he was banging on this beam trying to get, that's what he was trying to do. And that wall just fell over. We'll have to get that back up for sure. That is part of our pocket door through there. Really super neat door. I'm going to pick up the last of the break area stuff, hopefully in a few weeks. Let's go ahead and walk upstairs. So this is the same experience we were talking about in the back, compressing yourself. We put these stairs as narrow as code would allow. And I've checked it probably at least a dozen times. Just really concerned. You never know. Fire marshals come out and what they say, but we should be able to demonstrate that's good. So yeah, here is the brick mortar that I like the best, and it really is looking good in the sun. They have finished up some areas. There are some little areas to, of course, detail. It's a little cold today. I may let it warm up sometime. Oh, look at this. So they have grouted the tops of the walls. That is fantastic. So they are ready for that. And I need to probably go ahead and order a chimney cap. I did want them to go through and smooth that same mortar on top of the chimney. It's a solid brick that they use there, which you needed to. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come through and put stone on top of these walls, and that should look great. You know, I've been worried about this mortar, but it looks better every time I come out, so maybe it's okay. This over here, this wall had bothered me a little bit, and the mason complained about it. It's less flat. Again, it doesn't look as bad today. But what happened, this wall wants to dry out. It was since it's in the sun, you see it's in the sun all day, so it was drying a little too quick for him. Yeah, we'll get that chimney. We'll do that same grout around that, make that match a little bit better. Wow, look at this. So here's the concrete slab from a neighbor. It looks great. Let's take a moment. We'll go get out on. Hadn't cracked yet. They did a really nice job with all the reinforcing rebar. This slab should be great. We'll get out on this front patio. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Oh yeah, look at this. It's hard to see, we're looking into the sun, but in some ways I wish I had done this. We are going to stay the course with our design, but look how you can walk out here and you see the alleyway entry right here, and just look at this view. Golly, this is great. Just really cool. You see down to our space over there, really neat. So we are going to have, I did this really interesting railing system that you can look through that's kind of in keeping with the passing through that we've been working with. And so I think we're gonna do that. We got this great light that will shine down underneath this cap piece that supports all of that and should highlight the brick face really well. And of course we do have a canopy that sticks out over the windows, and that'll look great. But I could have gotten this out on there, but I'd have to take all that brick out. And you know what? Now that I think about it, it'd be extremely high. Probably wouldn't work out. This we had to lower. The way we got this in was we had to take all the existing roof out. You can see the joist, the bottom of the joist actually buried. You can see the old beam pockets right there. So let's look in the back. This is a great space. It's nice and big. They'll be able to get a good restaurant up here. Of course, we got an elevator over there. This right here is our stair opening. Man, it looks great. They poured this with concrete. Okay, that's fine. We didn't really want that, but that'll work. Heck, man, that could almost be a... Got to get that thing to drain. We'll have to build up some insulation. We didn't really intend for that to be poured, but that's all right. So these will be some restrooms over here. Gosh, man, they didn't block out for anything. They're just gonna have to core down through there. So you won't really have any views out to the parking lot. I didn't think that was too exciting anyway. So all the views are really gonna be driven up to the front. You can see the courthouse there. Of course, our building looks great. It really does, man. It's coming around, isn't it? Got a few things to finish up. Yeah, I'm okay with this mortar. You know, I worry about this mortar, and I'm never going to come over here and see this side. Nobody's going to ever see this side. You can see the courtyard from up here, so there'll be a set of stairs you'll walk through, and you'll get onto our roof here. Just really neat, really super neat. So you'll be able to look down, that did get the top of that grouted. That's great. We got a lot of rain coming next week, and man, it's a challenge. But it looks good. It really looks great. This project and the project next door, one of the really enjoyable things about it, we got a great owner, is that we can change stuff. As stuff gets built, you can change stuff. And I just really absolutely love it. What it does, you don't always see everything during design. And it's not that you don't see stuff, but you don't have time to reflect on some of your decisions. So what happens is you end up having better, what am I trying to, the design ends up getting better the longer you can think about it. So we'll have some granite right here that'll wrap this wall. It'll be great, really great. You know, they did a good job with this, I guess. They, I'll get back to my design. Can you see how it kind of punches out a little bit? I like it more when there's more mortar. The good thing about this is we can always add more mortar in the future. The spots I like are when you don't get the squares. You don't get the squares in the mortar. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. Like, that's real flat up top. That looks good. They just need to do it needs to be more smeared in some of the spots. But then again, that end looks really great. Golly, that's the best one right there. Let's help the wall. So yeah, as you continue on with a project and thinking about design, what happens is sort of solutions will present themselves the longer you think about it. So one of the great things when you're not working on like a government project that's a hard bid is you can change some things in construction. And I've really enjoyed doing that on this project. And one of the things that we've changed was this mortar. I did not ever intend to set out to do this. It was really a response to, we just had challenges getting all the joints straight, and the guys went through and did this. And I really think it's nice. It turned out really nice. You can see the two-story building across the way. Really is going to complete the stair nicely. This is exciting. So they finished this mortar right here. Really makes it look better. Again, never going to see this wall. Now, see, this is better. See how it's smoother, and I guess what it is it wasn't drying as quickly, so the guys were able to work on it. Yeah, so it's nice. Again, a little bit of an art here. Wanted it messy. In fact, most people think that this just was kind of original. Again, that wall right there is fantastic. I may get them to come back and just kind of, I like the messiness, touch the wall up a little more with some of the messy. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe as this thing comes together. This one right here, he tried to do a smear technique where he kind of had it on there and then smear it and kind of bleed it out like right here. I don't know. Again, that wall over there is the one with the drips and everything that looks great. So probably not much will happen next week with the rain, but after that we should get these brick tops on. We got to get the steel guy out here, finish some of his pieces, and then we will frame this back. And then the idea is to get the electrician, and he can come in here and he will lay all his conduits on top of the roof. So we're going to clean everything. I think I am going to get on these guys. Just need to really come through and clean. Really looks nice from this side too. Yeah, I think it's good. All right, guys, that's it. If you have made it to the end of the video, I should probably give you something. I'll tell you what I'll give you. For the price of subscribing to the channel, you'll just get this personal satisfaction of helping an architect out. I really appreciate everybody that watches, that subscribes to the channel and likes the videos. You guys are fantastic. I enjoy making these. I hope you enjoy watching them. But we will see you next time. Take care. I was locking up and leaving. I wanted to walk through, give you guys the experience of walking through this back stair. You can see how narrow it is. Look right here, how narrow it is in front of you. Just really gonna be pretty neat. Should really, really compress you. And then as you walk in and walk up, really great Frank Lloyd Wright ripoff. All right, see you guys, bye.